Hello everyone, it's a bright and sunny Easter Sunday and I'm going to review some gummy treats. I chose the Black Forest Fruit Snacks. Maybe not strictly gummies, but they have juicy burst centers, and I checked the ingredients on the normal Black Forest gummy bears, and that starts with corn syrup and they only have apple juice concentrate, I believe. This one, on the other hand, has apple, cherry, grape, and lemon juice from concentrate, followed by a who's who of candy ingredients. All the strange ones. So, bursting with real fruit juice goodness. We're going to begin with packaging notes. Got the window open. The sunshine is gleaming in on me. I don't like this. This fruit snack treat bag has sort of a medicinal quality. It looks like they're advertising something it's a health food. I don't like these little blurbs about how good and healthy and wholesome the product is. It's cluttered with undesirable elements, I think, instead of just giving the idea that we're watching, looking in on a scene of fruits just displaying themselves, luxuriating in the sun. So instead I would have liked to have seen either something more stylish with the information on the sidelines, or something that would just display delightful looking fruits. The only one I'm seeing here is this orange, or maybe it's a lemon. I think it's a lemon. Yes, it's a lemon because it's yellow. The back is equally dreadful. Poorly done, but I like the blue packaging. They could have followed in this motif of having like leaves against the blue sky and just sort of carried it around into some of those designs, elements from nature, and it would have been very nice. So let's see what the fruit, juice, snacks smell like. Okay. Not too bad, sparkling up front. And some denseness in the concentrated aromas. A little medium-low is where the most vibrancy is in my nostril palate. So sort of has that heaviness of what I guess is the grape, yeah, and the cherry, the red fruit density, but also accented pretty good with the apple and lemon too. So not too bad on the aroma. And the design of the shapes looks pretty good. Oh, although I have seen an anomaly, I've noticed something strange already. I'm going to get one of each. Pull them out of the bag for us. Three and four. Yes, I believe that's correct. Only 4 flavors. Yep. And as per the manufacturer instructions, we're going to go red, purple, green, yellow. So cherry to begin. So first, some basic notes on the shapes. Here's what I noticed earlier. A lot of these candies have an unusual, it looks like a strange line, which almost looks as if you know how sometimes bugs will walk over something and leave that strange erratic little line? So we might have some scabies infested fruits today. And it's also marring the cherry. It's unusual. I've never seen anything quite like this. So it must be the mold being in bad wet condition, or something's going on unusual. The grape, here's a good look at it. We haven't gotten to grape yet, but also kind of an unusual design element on the grape, like tons of little grapes. So let's go ahead with the cherry. Medium density. A very small splash of fruit burst center. Really small. almost hard to differentiate between the splash of cherry goodness and my own saliva as I was getting acquainted with the treat. Flavor light, but good. It did give me a clean and somewhat inspired taste of cherries. Now for grape. I was having a discussion with one of my work colleagues this week about artificial grape flavor. They have really chosen kind of a tart grape taste. Very tart. Once again, very little fruit juice in the center. Marked with some tartness that didn't really have like a firm grounding in actual grape flavor, but it was just kind of a tartness. And the grape flavor, pretty lacking. It was really lacking in the conventional stock grape flavor. The gummy in that instance was almost flavorless as I was finishing the bite. Now, apple, probably the most successful of the 4 fruit shapes because it does look like kind of a very prim and proper apple. And you can see the sun glinting on it. I'm going to moisten it a bit. Feverish moistening of it should result in even more glimmeriness on the surface, like as if it's covered in dew. That was the aim. Very bad. Well, almost an absent fruit center in that case. But it does have that very conventional, artificial green apple flavor. Last week, or maybe over the last couple weeks, I did eat a number of small green apples from a bag, real apples. And it did have something of that, so I guess the green apple flavor, the usual artificial green apple flavor, has retained its popularity because of some semblance to reality. I only got the briefest flash of taste that would taste like the legit green apple, but I generally don't like the artificial green apple flavor, the conventional one. Now let's go with lemon. Big hopes for the lemon. Glistening in the sun. Look, look. And, oh, getting prime real estate here on the package. So this has got to be their flagship. I mean, that's a big lemon. It's bigger than a life-size lemon. Almost. Come on, burst center. Let's see if there's anything in there. Promising so far. Now let's chomp down. Chain chomp it. This burst center was a little more ooey gooey than the others. Far less liquidy. Maybe I didn't notice the others. But it came out like a gooey gel. And not a terrible lemon flavor, but tinged with just enough artificiality to make it eh. And once again, finishing up, my palate's covered with whatever that sticky icky was, and it makes for almost like as the treat leaves my mouth and I swallow it, a little bit of tastelessness in the treat itself. So here we go. It's just because of the wash of flavors, I guess. Taking over the palate. That's what we all aim for, isn't it? Something to come and take over our palates and excite us. All right, now I got to clear my palate after that coffee sip. In preparation for the full handful. What did we randomly get? We can't go with that. I was also going to do a whole random handful of all cherries. Here we go. That's a little much. I've got one of each plus 2 cherries, so we're going to go with it. This is a substantial mouthful though. We're going to go with it anyway. Always courageous and ever stalwart, your noble reviewer is going to dive into the fray for you. Always ready to take on the worst tasting gummies for your viewing pleasure. Starting out good. Now I'm getting almost a little bit of a food wax taste. I don't know if that's real. Almost like something you would taste coating like a cherry cordial. I'm getting strange, unexpected, rich, like dark chocolate and chocolate syrup tastes. That would accompany a cherry. I'm chewing in now. Moving forward into the biting. A mix of juicy burst centers. Not quite bursting, they're really kind of dribbling out. A really short-lived bursting experience, but the flavors are mingling pretty well. Not bad at all. Base flavors I'm noticing here, despite what the nose informed me of in the beginning, we're not getting any soaring and sparkling types of pointed flavors. Overall, this is a really uniform, flat, informed by the concentrate of the fruit juices in the treat, I would believe. Very uniform, base level, heavy. Not too bad if you're in the mood for that sort of thing. But agreeable enough, kind of far, but good. There was only one green apple in there, and it was completely covered up by the flavor of those red, rich, red fruits and the heavy grape concentrates. Not too bad. I would have liked to have seen a flavor better than that green in there, and then it probably would have gotten a little bit higher marks and maybe add some verve, maybe something else. But that's been my review of the Black Forest fruit snacks. I don't know if they're new on the market, but I'd never seen them before. And just getting a little gummy bear fix. It's been a while. Thanks for watching.